Justin Ryan, and I'll be doing my presentation on concrete today. I will be starting with the history of concrete, followed by similarities between Roman concrete and modern concrete, and the different ingredients that were in Roman concrete versus the modern concrete. I'll be talking about the advantages and uses that concrete has in our society, and I will also talk about the potential employment opportunities that exist that somehow involve concrete and working around it and different aspects of it. Before I get into the history of concrete, I would like to take a moment and define concrete and cement, which people often use interchangeably. Cement encompasses many fine ground powders that when mixed with water harden, and it's one of several components in modern concrete, while concrete, on the other hand, is a hardened building material created by combining aggregate, usually sand, gravel, and crushed stone, a binder, which can be either natural or synthetic, and water. So, in essence, cement is material that dates back at least 12 million years when reactions between limestone and oil shale spontaneously combusted to form cement deposits in Israel. So, cement has been around quite a while, and as early as 3000 BC, the ancient Egyptians used a mortar for the construction of their pyramids. Now, I'm going to be talking about Roman concrete, which is quite similar to modern concrete. Roman concrete. Romans were pioneers in the development and use of concrete. Before that, early masons used lime or gypsum as the binding agents. Roman concrete was made using pizzolin, a type of volcanic ash which formed a much stronger bond with the aggregate. The discovery of this substance, from what I found researching online, different sites, says that people in the Middle East, for their homes, building their homes, pounded moist clay into forms called pies work, and to protect the clay from erosion, they used a moist, thin white burnt limestone, and that would chemically combine with the gases in the air to form a protective shield. So there was a volcanic ash wall that had lime applied to it, and the pizzolin was eventually discovered through that way. A chemical reaction took place between the chemicals in the wall of the volcanic gas and the layer of lime applied to that wall, and they found that mixing a little volcanic gas in a fine powder with the moist lime produced a durable product that they would eventually use for concrete. And it's very similar to fly ash, which was used by the Bureau of Reclamation in a project in Utah called the Upper Stillwater Dam. They found many similarities between Roman concrete and the way they constructed the product that they use for constructing the dam. This is a photo of the Roman Pantheon. It is the oldest unreinforced concrete structure which was built to honor the gods. In modern building construction, we usually use steel to reinforce our concrete, which increases the tensile strength, because by itself, concrete has low tensile strength. Very good compressive strength, but low tensile strength. So it's just amazing to see a structure as large as this, unreinforced, and still standing today in good condition. Roman architecture used arches and domes in many of their buildings. A few examples personal favorite, the Coliseum. Um, Coliseum was featured in the movie Gladiator, which is a great movie. It was also used for public meetings, private meetings, and some of these buildings are still used for that purpose today. Um, the advantages of Roman concrete. It was much stronger than earlier versions or mixtures that masons were working with, and it could span great lengths when forming arches, vaults, and domes exhibited by many of their structures that they built. More economical and easier to work with. It was readily available, fireproof, and it could set underwater, which facilitated the many aqueducts that they had, bridges and harbors. Concrete in society. Concrete is the most widely used building material in the world. It's very prevalent. Chances are, if you were to walk outside your house and look around, you'd probably see something made of concrete, whether it be a retaining wall, sidewalk, or maybe something on the ground, pipe of some sort. A lot of things are made of concrete these days, and it is also the safest, most durable, and sustainable material. It powers a $35 billion industry employing more than 2 million workers alone. Although with this economy, that's likely to be on the decline, along with every other industry. I actually used to work at a precast concrete company in Pittsfield, Mass. before the job I have now, and I had a chance to go down and see the plant where they manufacture all the precast pieces that they use for predominantly parking garages. What they mostly did, and it was pretty amazing to see the tension they put on their pre-stressed members. Double T's are the main member in a parking garage, and while I was down there, they were pre-stressing one of those, and the tension that they put on those is unreal. I definitely don't want to be around if it lets go. So I was told. Concrete and society. Concrete is used for roads, bridges, commercial buildings, and increasing amount of residential homes, water lines, retaining walls, and various piping applications. So you see it everywhere. And if you don't see it, you're standing over it. If you're in a downtown district, I work in Hartford, Connecticut daily, and they're building a 72-inch precast pipe water line to solve their water problems that they're having in the downtown. So it's everywhere. Concrete affects our lives. Now, when you look at the roads that cities and towns have, they're mostly made up of asphalt. A few are concrete, but not many. And so, in large cities, that could become an issue, just because of the way the asphalt absorbs the heat tends to increase the ambient temperature. And so, what large cities are doing, is replacing the asphalt with light-colored concrete to reflect up to 50% more heat than the asphalt, as opposed to absorbing it.